I wanted to say this before really getting in to this episode. You guys are legends. Every single one of you. The response to the first episode of this series was incredible. I don't know if I've ever had that many comments or likes on a video. And at the end of every one of my videos, I always say, hit the like button. It helps the channel. And really it does. But like I said, just the overall response was incredible. So thank you guys for that. And as if this second video isn't confirmation enough, Draft to Glory is a thing. This is a new series on my channel, and we're going to see what we can do. Can we turn the lowly Washington Capitals into just a playoff team is step one. If we can turn this team into a playoff team, I'll be happy. If we can win a postseason series, I'll be happy. Hell, I was happy to win one game in our first season. I consider that an accomplishment. So baby steps in this series. I don't think we're going to be competing for, 5 straight cups or 5 cups in 6 years like we've done in past series of mine. It's going to take some time, but that's what I wanted with this series. I want it to be a challenge. And I was looking at the feedback. And it was conflicting. Like, I had a feeling it would be. You still have some people that just want it to be strictly no free agent signings, no trades. You have some people saying, well, you can sign maybe one player or any number of players under 70 overall, or you can make one trade a year, but it has to be for picks. And it is tough to digest all of that feedback because there's a lot of good, ideas in the comment section for the first episode. But for our first off season here, I think I'm just going to have it simply be, we're not going to make any trades. Free agent signing. Now, what I mean by that is we're going to cut some of these players here and kind of cycle some players out. But what I mean by free agent signings, Darnell Nurse was the example I used in the last episode. I'm not going out and signing Taylor Hall if he hits free agency, right? But I may go out and change some of the players that we have. Just out of necessity, I would have to. It would make no sense to re-sign the goalies that we have here. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign Marminland and Ottinger. It's Ottinger. Ottinger? I'm going to say Ottinger. I'm going to sign him. I'm also going to sign Marminland to the max deal. And then I'm going to release everybody else, and then we'll see who's on the free agent list that makes sense to take. But again, I'm not going to take these, high-end free agents. If we, do release people like this, the players that we bring back in aren't going to be that great. The goal is still to build through the draft, and we will do just that. But we knew that these two guys would be our goalies heading into season 2. Defensively, I actually will re-sign Middleton because he's 21. We'll let go of Anselm. I couldn't even read how to pronounce that. Anselmini. Right. We're going to let go of McDonald as well. Middleton will keep, and we'll actually sign him to another 3-year max deal. I'm going to have to hand out as much money as I possibly can. That's going to be a huge thing for us. Moroza, who we just drafted, will be getting a nice contract. And then Chris Rumble, our captain, is going to get one hell of a payday. Chris Rumble, $14.8 million. Welcome aboard, Mr. Rumble. Artem Minulin, who we also drafted in the 3rd round, he needs a contract. We're going to have to sign him to a max entry-level deal. Nicholas Ryu, we will let go. And, certain players like Donaghy and Semarek, it signed them to 3-year deals because that would have been their first contract, as opposed to some of these other guys, as you can tell, that we are able to let go of. And I'm actually going to let go of all of them, even though the other ones still have, high, or, they're like 21, 22, whatever. We're still going to let go of them. And also Patrick Seifert, I am so sorry, pal. You have every right to be pissed off at me. Every right to be pissed off at me. So we're out of our defense. We're keeping Middleton, Rumble. We have to keep Donaghy and Semarek, And we're also going to sign Plouffe, who we just drafted. And again, we'll give him a max contract. Offensively, Koulis was hurt a lot. A lot. I don't know what his durability rating is. It's an 85, but I swear he went down to injury on numerous occasions. We're going to let go of him. We're actually going to let go of every single one of these players. So it's going to be a very different team next year. It's going to be a very different team, but that's okay. That's okay. That's kind of what I wanted. We'll keep Dahlstrom. He's 20. We'll keep him. We'll get rid of this guy. We'll have to keep Mads Eller and Amama. I have no idea, man. There's probably some weird pronunciation for that. We'll get rid of the guys here at the bottom three. Of course, we'll sign Owen Lane for the first time. And give him the max entry-level deal as well. And we will look to keep these three guys signed. So, the two-way deal doesn't really matter. Now, we're only allowed to sign one guy to a max contract. So, Amama here is going to get, let's say, $4 million. Let's sign him to a $4 million deal. Mads Eller, you know what? Let's just go. It won't be a max deal, but $14 million for our leading scorer last season, wasn't he? I think he was. I'm having trouble remembering. And then Dahlstrom will also sign to a pretty hefty contract. We have a long way to go before we hit the cap, the cap ceiling. So we're gonna have to do some work here. Nolan Patrick, of course, the future of this franchise. We need him to turn into a beast of a player, and hopefully he can do just that. And you know what? For now, I'm going to let go of all of these guys. There are a couple of them where it might have made sense to hold on to them, but I want to see what we have available to us on the free agent list. The one thing I was concerned about with this series is if I do go with the lowest overall players, we are guaranteed the first overall pick year after year for the majority of this. So I might go with that idea of signing like players under a 70. I'm not sure yet. We'll double check here. I do want to see who's on the free agent list to begin with. And obviously this team needs a lot of work. Now it says we only have 7.9 mil in space and we have 17 contracts. But that's perfect because all of the players we're going to sign aren't going to be looking for anything. So really quickly, I need to remind myself I need 3 goaltenders. And at the moment, we have 7. We have 7 defensemen. I think there was a fly in my room. That just scared the hell out of me, actually. I don't know why I was scared by a fly. It just caught me off guard. And then forwards, oh my god, this is ridiculous. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? Oh, that's up to you. That is up to you. But we have 8 players under contract. This is terrible. This is awful. We have a lot of players to sign. I just had to make a quick note, kind of like a mini depth chart on the piece of paper in front of me, just so that I know how many players I have to sign. Because again, I don't want the game signing players for the AHL team, the Hershey Bears. I don't want that to happen. So, let's see. Oh boy, what will the Washington Capitals look like? So see, for example, like we're not going after Shattenkirk. We're not going after Victor Arvidsson. I'm not going to sort goaltenders. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I could easily just be like, oh, okay, well, actually, there aren't even that many good, terrible goalies out there, at least in terms of potential. So let's see here. Let's see if I go by lowest overall, which is the plan. That is the plan. Brady Leonardon, Alex Kelly. We have Vincent Bilodeau. Awesome. Damn, there's a lot of low overall guys here. There's a ton of them. So if I were to go up to say, like I said, under a 70 is something we could do, it would be someone like Juha. I'm not even trying to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try because, look at that. No. Not doing it. Not doing it. You know, we would end up with some decent players here. Would we still win many games? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We would... Oh my God. I have to. Guys, I have to. I understand if certain people wanted me to sign the lowest overall guy. I have to. And I feel like the majority of you will be okay with this. I am at the very least signing Alexander Belanger. It's happening. I don't care. I don't care. If you wanted me to sign the lowest overall guy and that ruins the series for you, too bad. Too bad. Alexander Belanger will be signed. Now, who else can I pick up? Sammy Adekalio. Man, what happened to you? Thought you were going to be a good goalie for the Avs. That never happened. That never happened. Ty Edmonds? Ty Edmonds. But see, then again, you know, medium AHL starter, he might. You never know. You never know. And that's the problem, is even with some of these guys, like, maybe there wouldn't be too much of an argument to be like, oh, we'll take, you know, someone whose potential is already sorted out, because at least then it wouldn't be an issue. And that I don't necessarily disagree with. Now, we did have Justin Fazio last year, so I am actually going to re-sign him. I don't think there will be too much of an argument against that. We had him last season, so let's re-sign him for this year. Of course, he's guaranteed to accept that, which means we need one more goaltender. We need one more goaltender. Wow, we had Racine last year. Gugavaz. Michael Gugavaz. Hell of a name. Hell of a name. Brock Ham. Brock Ham might be the guy. Oh, hold on. Daniel Wapple. You know what? Daniel Wapple might be the guy. Yeah, I think Daniel Wapple's the guy. Just for the last name. And because I'm going to just enjoy saying the name Wapple for the rest of this episode. So Daniel Wapple, you get a contract offer as well. Yes, you do. Troy Timpano, NHL 16, he turned into a beast. Or not a beast, but he turned into a serviceable goalie. So, we currently have 7 defensemen signed. 7 defensemen signed at the moment. So, I'm just going to take a nice little friendly, stroll to around the 70 overall level. And we'll look under that number. I mean, my God, there's so many defensemen here. There are so many guys. It's going to take me forever to get to the 70 overall. Holy shit. I could have just gone from the highest overall list and scrolled back and made it a bit more quickly. Holy shit. All right, well, we're almost there, so that's good. Again, the plan isn't necessarily to... At this point, I'm just kind of looking for names. Maybe names that I recognize, or something along those lines. I have no idea. I mean, regardless, I don't think there's going to be too much of an issue with me taking, a 69 overall player, mainly just for the walls. But, it's not like it's going to make our team that amazing. Timu Laxo. Boy, you declined, didn't you? Scott Valentine? Scott Valentine. Who to pick up? Jared Nightingale? Do I pick up the Enforcer? Do I pick up the Enforcer? Jimmy O'Ligney is available as well. I should have made up my mind. I should have definitely been decisive for what I wanted to do here. But I have no idea. Like I said, the original plan was just have terrible people. Marc-Andre Zanetti. NHL 15, my favorite defenseman to take, because he turned into a beast. I'm going to pick him up. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about. If I just kind of stumble across a defenseman where I'm like, hey, you'd be fun to have on the team, then that's what I'm going to do here. That's just what I'm going to do here. I don't think it's going to matter. I really don't think having, a 68 overall defenseman is going to make our team amazing. We're still going to be just getting our asses handed to us, which is exactly why I'm going to try to sign Jared Nightingale as well for an Enforcer. All right, who else can we pick up? Pudas. Jonathan Pudas. All right. Who else do we got? Who else? I want names who had decent potential back in the old days of NHL. Who do we have? Grundle? We're taking Anton Grundle. That's happening. That's happening. All right, Anton Grundle. It's probably Grundle. I'm going to say Grundle. Again, for the laughs. Steven Saigo, Aaron Hayden. It'll be easier to scroll through this way. Jared Hauff. Jared Hauff. Who else do we have here? Who else do we have? Kane franchise. You can be the franchise of our team, pal. You can. Let's sign you to a contract. Kane franchise. Right. Now, the hope here, I guess, is that we maybe win more than one game next year. I mean, anybody over 70 overall that we're playing at the NHL level, we're going to get killed. So, I'm not all that concerned. Who else do we have? Shankar. We'll pass on you. Tanner Faith. Medium 7th. No, thank you. Medium 7th. No, thank you. Come on, there's got to be other names here. There's got to be other names. Kevin Davis. Boy, your potential really fell, didn't it? We'll pass on you, though. I think you're a bit too good, to be honest. You might be a bit too good. Is there anybody else here? Ben Udes, former Providence Bruin. As you can tell by the jersey. We'll pick you up, sure. Ben Udes. All right. Give you a half-decent contract. Who else do we have here? Who else do we have? We need 2 more defensemen. We need 2 more defensemen. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Joe Finley, another enforcer? Jesus Christ, yes, you're on our team. Joe Finley. I'm making us into the Highlanders from Goon. This is gonna be great. Just enforcers and a bunch of scrubs with Nolan Patrick. All right, who else do we have? We have Brandon Profit. Anybody else? Van Bokel? Jack? Nice mustache, pal. Not really, but who else? Who else? Any other names here? We're starting to get to the low 60s. We're already in the low 60s. What am I saying? Darren Radish. I'm gonna have to double check his potential for the default roster because he had a Team of the Season card, didn't he? An Ultimate Team? I swear, yeah, I think I played a guy who had that card, and he was a beast. Is there anybody else here? Anybody else? You Doug? David Headley, an enforcer. An enforcer. McSween. Not even McSweeney, just McSween. I might have to go with him. That's a fun name to say. McSween. All right. We need 1 more defenseman. Is it going to be McSween? I think it is. Maybe. I'm not seeing anybody else here. I'm not seeing anybody else. Oh, Lashinsky, though. Tanner Lashinsky. That's another Cossack? Austin Cossack? Oh, let's go back and sign McSween. He's our guy. He is our guy. Let's go. McSween joins the team. We're going to have to sign him to an entry-level deal, too. Oh, God. That's all right. That's all right. So we have McSween. That'll be all of our defensemen and our goaltending taken care of. Now we need forwards. We need forwards. Holy shit, look at how small the bar is on the right-hand side. You know what, let me double-check here. Let me double-check. We'll actually try to play it legit with proper centers and everything, because otherwise we're kind of... I mean, we're going to get killed on face-offs anyway, but who knows, maybe Hershey could win more than the, 15 games they won last year, if that. So, forwards, we have Nolan Patrick, and we do have a couple of guys that can play center. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. Let's go sign a team worth of players, because that's what we're doing here. This is fun. This is fun. Just finding the worst of the worst for the most part. Just scrubs that will never and have never seen the light of day in a franchise mode series and will never again after this. But let's see. You know what, we'll go to right wings first. Fuck it. Who do we have here for right wings? 53 overall. Again, we'll go up to about a 70 and work our way back down. I feel like that's a good number, and I haven't really signed anybody that's amazing, you know? So I think we're good. And that was a fly that I saw earlier. It is right in front of my TV. But I have a somewhat nice Samsung TV, so I'm not going to throw anything at him. Let's see. Who do we have here? Terry Broadhurst? Terry Broadhurst wouldn't be a bad signing. He might be too good for what we're looking to do here. Carl Fabricius, Zach Budish. Who do we have here? Del Paggio. Daniel Del Paggio or Paggio. Who else? Matthias Tarnqvist. You know what? I'm going to take him because he's 38 years old. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? He'll be a fun signing. You get a 38-year-old veteran to play alongside Nolan Patrick. Most likely. We still have so many guys to sign here. It's not even funny. Carbonara. Adrian Carbonara. Who else here? Who else? Colin Campbell, Dan DeSalvo. Porsberger. We have Jaden Lindo, but he's a bit too good potential-wise. Weinstock. Marcus Weinstock. All right. Some of these names are letting me down, man. Some of these names. Kyle Thomas. Come on, I want to see some names that used to be half decent in NHL or had potential back in the day. That's what I want to see. I want to see guys who actually at one point had a chance to be decent and it just never happened. That's what we're looking for here. It's not what we're finding, though. Connor Gay. Do I really want to be 8 years old about this? Yep, sure. Connor Gay. You're the next player on this team, and it'll be an entry-level deal. So get used to seeing Connor Gay on this team. Cooles or Cools. You know what? We'll bring you back. That's fine. Just stay healthy this time, please. Although it's not like I have to do too much roster management, just because we don't have to care. Tyler Wong. Yep, I'm going to sign him too. I'm going to sign Tyler Wong as well. Beautiful. So we at least have enough players to ice an NHL team at the moment. Now we need to deal with the AHL. Sweet. Who else do we have here? Eric Robinson. Whittingham, Riley Whittingham. Patrick Murphy. Alexander Falstrom. Patrick Bykoff, I recognize. Who else do we have here? I'm disappointed, man. There aren't any of these names that I'm recognizing. It's a damn shame. Gary Nunn we had last year. Who else could we pick up? What the hell? Merconji. Nope. All right, that's not happening. It's all I don't want to call them garbage, but it's all the garbage from the CHL that never get drafted and never will. It's the only players we're sorting through right now. That's absolutely brutal. I didn't mean to move over to UFAs. Let's go to left wings. And again, we'll jump up to the centers. I can't wait to see what the best team we can ice next year is. Can't wait. It should be fun to see how shit we are. Question is, will we win more than one game thanks to Nolan Patrick? I think we will, but I can't say for sure. So let's see here. Who do we have that we could pick up? Sammy Sandell. Who else? Do we have? Johan Forsberg. Sahar Gill. Trevor Cheek. Colton Beck. Anybody that just kind of jumps off the page. Kurtz, you're an enforcer, aren't you? Yes, you are. John Kurtz. You know what? Let's sign him. Let's sign John Kurtz. Why not? Damn it, if we're going to be shit, we're at least going to be tough. John Kurtz. All right, who else do we have? Gaston Guay. Anybody else that I recognize here? Danny Paille is a 68. What the hell, EA? I'm signing him. I am absolutely signing Daniel Paille. And you know what? I might as well sign him to that two-way deal. Wow. He has rapidly declined in overall. That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Who else do we have? Kyle Hagel. You're a grinder, but you might as well be an enforcer. So come on down. Get that two-way deal. I am going to start signing guys to two-way deals because I'm pretty sure that we're set in terms of the players that we have. Josh Gratton's actually listed as a fourth-line guy. Fuck it, another enforcer. We're going to protect Nolan Patrick, damn it. Nobody gets close to Nolan Patrick. We have to protect the future. We have to protect him. Is there anybody else way the hell down here that is worth signing? That is the question. Did Giacinto Ada? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Anybody else? No? Nobody from the old games that's half decent? Kalle Ritterwall. You were a Bruins prospect at one point, weren't you? I think he was. Kelly Bent. Hell of a name. Come on, there's got to be some other guys here. Cascanet. No, that's not happening. Topping. Jordan Topping. Yes. Jordan Topping. Come on down. You're the next member of the Washington Capitals. Topping. That's a hell of a last name. Julian Prue. Hell of a mustache. Actually. 6'5" grinder, huh? Alrighty then. Muzito Bagenda. We won't be signing you, unfortunately. We have a Portman. Jerome Portman. And Robert Ruba. Anybody else here? Or are we starting to get down to the CHL garbage levels? I think that's where we're heading. That's a shame. So let's just let's take a look at McSween. He has a brother? There's two McSweens? Oh my god, yes. Holy shit. This is my favorite series I've ever done. We have two McSweens. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Brandon Ralph. Two McSweens. What do you know? And to think, I would have missed, if I didn't just take my time and look through some of the names here, I would have missed him. That would have been a shame. Mongo? Yvonne Mongo. Yeah, we're signing you. Mongo. Alrighty then. I'll pick up Mongo. Holterhus. You don't look happy. You don't. You look, I mean, it says you're 20. That picture's probably from when you were like 17 or 18. You were not a fan of picture day growing up, were you? Neither was I. But damn. I mean, that's solid hair. Solid flow. Kyle Thibault. I mean, like I said, I wasn't a fan of picture day myself. I mean, but still, you crack a smile. You're on NHL 17. All right, wow, that's the bottom of the barrel for left wings. Let's move on to centers. I think we have at least 9 more players that we need. Holy hell. All right, but we're getting there. Damn it. I am going to be thorough about this because, I mean, at the end of this, all we do is sim forward. We don't have any trades to make. We sim forward. We get the team set up, and then in the next episode, we begin the sim on Season 2. Just like that. Who do we have here? Joachim Anderson, former Detroit Red Wing. Got Robert Rosen as well. I think you guys are a little bit too good, though. I think you're just a little bit too good. I don't know. It's tough to say. Like, part of me is just like, screw it, sign him. Like Robert Rosen, Joachim Anderson. But you look at Rosen's puck skills. Like, we might actually have a chance to win some games if Robert Rosen was playing. So I'm gonna pass. And we're gonna scroll down. Let's just scroll down a little bit more. It's all the Finnish guys. Reed Duke. Oh, should I sign the Golden Knight? One of 2 Golden Knights. I don't think I will, unfortunately. Anthony Kamara, former Bruins prospect, would be available. Ken-Andre Olim. Doesn't look too happy. He didn't look too happy at all. Who else do we have here? Nuts. John Nuts. Well, he's our new captain. He's our new captain. What can I say? He's our new captain. See, these are the gems that we're missing out on in a regular series. These are the gems. And it's a damn shame. Who else do we have here? Who else? Let's just keep scrolling on through. We could bring Derek Army back. We could bring him back. Not quite sure, though. Not quite sure. Who else? Mandat. Sturk. Enterfeld. I mean, would your name be Catch? Or, I mean, is the T silent? I have no idea. I have no idea. Come on, there's got to be other names. Skidung, for example. Isaac Skidung. Skidung? Regardless, you're a capital. That's a Washington deserving name. That doesn't make sense at all. You're a capital, though. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Overhard. Hakulin. Jesus, Polish. All right. Who else do we have? Beaton? Bronson Beaton. I'm so sorry. But here, have a contract. Bronson Beaton. Damn. Damn, man. Is that Louis Erickson? I'd laugh. I would. Well, not really. That'd be kind of sad. That'd be kind of sad. Riley Wetmore is there. Come on. There's got to be more guys. They couldn't have all retired, right? They couldn't have all. Sloboshan. Wyatt Sloboshan. Screw it. We'll sign Wyatt Sloboshan. All right, we still have quite a few guys that I need to sign here, too. I didn't expect to take this long. It just kind of happened. Gutierrez. Justin Gutierrez. Sure, we're equal opportunity here. Why not? Justin Gutierrez will sign you to a deal. Holy hell. Ayot Stieg, or Steege. I have no idea. Anybody else? Are you Jim Playfair's son? If you guys don't know who Jim Playfair is, look up the clip on YouTube. Look up the clip on YouTube. I lost years of my life laughing at Jim Playfair. I have lost years of my life because of how hard I have laughed. There's no way it didn't affect my lungs, and it's going to be one of the leading causes of my death whenever that happens. Hopefully not. Hopefully not for a while. But let's see here. Who else do we have? There's gotta be other guys. Mowbray. Alex Mowbray. Landreville. Holy shit. Vincent Scognamigilio. I'm gonna call you Vinny. And you're getting a contract. You're getting a contract, Vinny. And from there, I think we're pretty much good. I think that's enough. I think that was enough players. Because I think I signed one more. I think one more, and we're good. One more, and we're good. Are you Gabriel Velarde's older brother that's not going to amount to anything in hockey? I'm sorry if that hurts. Tyler Boston. You're signed. You win. You're signed. Anybody else? We got a Dykstra in there. Bergeron Sharon. Oh, that is the most French name in the history of the universe. Damn. Damn. Olenek? Colton Olenek. Alright, you know what? Let's make sure everyone that we sent an offer out to has signed already. I'm pretty sure we're good and that they're all going to accept. But hey, it's worth double checking. We have a 0 offensive rating because we can't ice enough players. Holy shit. Alright, I'm going to have to hit the A button quite a few times here. Quite a few times. Let's just make sure that they all say accepted. Then we'll go take a look at the amount of contracts we have on our team. Hey, it went up to a 5 and then to a 64. How do you like that? How do you like that? So let's see. View contracts. What are we at here? What are we at? 46 out of 50. 46 out of 50. So some of them either didn't accept yet, or I sent out less offers than I thought I did. But 46 out of 50 isn't terrible. I'm willing to go into the season with that number. Yeah, I think that was everybody too. All right. Well, I'm going to go out and sign another forward or two. We'll go out and sign another forward or two. Not sure who that's going to be. I might just look at the oldest players. Although most of the older players are half decent, so maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Never mind. Let's just go to the reverse order and see who we have here. I'm looking for names. I'm looking for names here. Somebody impress me with your name. And we're going to go with Frenchie. We're going to go with Frenchie. You can get a nice contract, entry-level deal. And from there, I actually want to sign a guy who wouldn't be on his entry-level deal. So we're going to have to scroll here for about an hour. But that's okay. That's okay. We can just keep scrolling. Look at how small the nav bar is on the right-hand side. That is absurd. Absolutely absurd. 24, Heinz. Nico Heinz. We actually had him signed, so we know it wouldn't be his entry-level deal. And we'll sign him to a pretty hefty contract just to make sure that we're good on cap space. We are good to go. We just need these two guys to accept. We can move to the start of the next season. We'll get this team set up. And in the next episode, like I mentioned, we'll begin the Season 2 sim. And, of course, we need to make sure that we hand out captaincy. That's very important. It's very important. I've joked about giving it to a couple of people. It's going to Chris Rumble. I think Chris Rumble's our guy. We'll give Nolan Patrick a letter, of course, the future captain of this team. And I can't wait to see if we can improve on our record from last year. Can we pick up more than 3 points? I can't wait to find out. That should be great. That should be great. I don't know if it'll happen, though. I genuinely don't know if it'll happen. And as far as whether or not I want to make any trades in the next episode, there was also talks of what happens if you get a trade offer. Are you allowed to accept it? I think I'm going to hold off on both. I'm going to say no to both. I don't think I want to make any trades. Yes, I could easily, trade for more picks, even 7th rounders, and, at least get my players into the lineup, players that we have drafted into the lineup. I want it to be difficult. I want it to be challenging. And like I said, we are going to breeze through the first few seasons. Absolutely. Now, let's see here. You know what I'm going to do is we're going to have Alexander Belanger and what's his face? Marmonland. That'll be the tandem this year. And we'll play Ottinger. Actually, Ottinger's a CHL guy in my sim. He's a CHL guy. So he has to be on the main team with Marmonland. Yeah, he's a junior player, and I don't want to send him back down. So we're good. We're good. Marmonland and Ottinger will be... And I keep fucking up on the triggers here. I don't know why. So let's see here. Let's see. So we want Moroza, who was drafted by us. We want Manulin, and we want Plouffe. At the NHL level, we will send down these 3 guys for now. So let's see. We have Zanetti, Nightingale, Grundle, Middleton, Moroza. So the bottom 4 need to be in there. So from there, do we want to send down Nightingale, Grundle, or Middleton? I'm going to send down Grundle and Nightingale. So we're going to have Marc-Andre Zanetti, who used to turn into a decent defenseman in the old NHL games, and I always used to draft him. So it's cool to have him on my team here. We'll have Middleton, Moroza, Rumble, Manulin, and Plouffe. A 53 overall player will be on our NHL team this year. And that'll be the interesting thing, is what should I do with some of these guys? A lot of them would have to be sent back down to junior, and I could do that. I could send them back down to junior. We'll see how they develop at the NHL level, if it's worth it, or if it's worth sending him back down to junior and players like him. We will find out. From there, Nolan Patrick's a 77. That's not bad. He's a 77. We also want to call up Owen Lane. We have the McSweens. But Owen Lane and Nolan Patrick are the 2 that absolutely have to be called up here. From there, to fill out this team, what are we going to do here? Mads Eller will stay. Amamo will stay. Who else do we want to call up, or are we good? Actually, hold on. That would be, Amama would be 12, 13, 14. So we do have to send down 2 players. We have to send down 2 players. So it'll probably be Heinz and Cools, or Coolez, I have no idea. We'll send down those 2 for now. And then actually we'll send down Nantel and call up Ranger. From there, I mean, we don't have any other prospects who we absolutely have to call up. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's check out these lines. This team is going to be atrocious. So we'll go best lines. What we'll do, do we have right-handed players? No, we don't. They're pretty much all lefties. So what we'll do is the top line, he earned it last year. It'll be Mads Eller, Nolan Patrick, and Owen Lane as our top line. Second line, he was also here last year. We'll go with Amama, and we'll have Paye. And Alex Ranger? Yeah, we'll go with Alex Ranger. That's fine. And from there, let's go with... Yeah, that's looking all right. Who has the best face-offs? None of them. They're all terrible. They're all terrible. So what we'll do is from there, let's have Nuts on the 4th line. Tarnqvist. We'll put Kurtz on the... Oh, actually, let's go Hagel. At least he's a grinder. We'll have him with Tarnqvist and Dahlstrom. And then Kurtz, Nuts, and Grattan on the 4th line. Holy shit, this team. Nolan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't know what you're getting into. And then at the AHL, or not at the AHL level, but defensively, do we have any right-handed shots? We have 1. So what we'll do is we'll have our captain, Chris Rumble, with Marc-Andre Zanetti. And I know it doesn't say Andre, but Mark Zanetti. That's fine. Second pairing, we'll have Moroza and Manulin. And then we'll have Middleton with Plouffe. 53 overall. My God. The goaltender, we're good. Marmanland and Ottinger. I will get more consistent with that, I promise. The AHL level, it does not matter. We will just go best lines. But Alexander Belanger is the goalie. So that's pretty damn sweet. And defensively, again, it doesn't matter. Although it did, as you can tell, by 3 of the defensemen here, it did sign players for me at the AHL level. Which I'm not concerned about. I'm really not. I mean, unless I wanted the McSweens, which I'm guessing they're not related, which is a damn shame. That's a damn shame that they're not related. But yeah, we can just go best lines down in Hershey. It is absolutely irrelevant, seeing as we signed most of these guys just off of whether or not I like their name. So I think we'll be okay. That team is also going to be pretty damn brutal. Holy hell, will we get more than 3 points in Season 1? I don't think so. Just flat out, I don't think so. But let's go ahead. And we need to name our captains. I promised him the C. It's going to be Chris Rumble. We're going to go with Zanetti as an alternate, because I'm a big fan of his. And then, of course, Nolan Patrick will get the other letter. The team is set. My God. We are going to get absolutely destroyed in Season 2. But I am very, very much looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are as well. That'll do it for the second episode of Draft to Glory. Like I asked in the last episode, although this time it's not, hey, do you want to see the series? This time I'll say, are you happy that this is a series? If so, make sure to hit that like button. Help support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.